Nobody else, bro. Nobody's in this park besides UTF and Durant. That's the only in this park right now, bro. We wasn't supposed to be here. Ain't nobody give us this. We came out here each and every week and worked for this, bro. Let's not let nobody take it away from us, bro. Nobody beats us, man. We beat us, yo. We beat us. The whole season, we was down and out. I wasn't here. Y'all helped me down. Whatever happened, happened. I came back. We back. This is our shit. Don't let nobody take it from us, man. We finished number 8, but we be on the number 1s because we number 1, yo. Let's play football, man. Play football, man.
No, listen, remember, you gotta make a feeling. You make a feeling inside the motherfucking balls when you have motherfucking feeling in your heart and you play for UTF. That's what the fuck I'm worried about. I'm not worried about nothing else.
Don't worry about who's here, nigga. We all we got. We all we
got. Fight this nigga. I'm down.
Fight it.
I'm down.
Fight it.
I'm down.
Fight it.
1, 2, 3.
Woo! Let's go, mother.
Like we said, y'all, everybody could be here one day, the next day you might not be here. But for Paris, you understand, he made it, understand? He went through a situation last night, he got shot. But he good right now, y'all. We gonna bounce back. We gonna do this for Paris. You understand? Because if he was here, he'd be giving it every single down, he'll be playing hard. So we gotta play hard today, y'all. We gotta play hard. Let's do this for P-Dot, you understand? Let's get a moment of silence before we get huddled up and everything. Let's get a moment of silence. Everybody hold hands. Just put your head down and, you know, just pray for P-Dot. He good, but he gonna be better when we bring him that trophy after. Let's do that. All right? Let's go, fellas. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. 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 Let's go.
Turn up. All right, Bo. Start it off, Bo. Let's go, Bo. Let's go, Bo.
Let's go. Yo, I need everybody to be loud. Everybody to be loud.
Let's go, Bo.
Loud. Everybody loud.
Let's go, Bo.
Let's do it. Turn up, boys. Turn up.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Turn up. Turn up. Y'all ready? Turn up. Y'all ready?
I got your back, who got my back? 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 Yeah!
Let's do what we do, y'all. Trust your teammate. Let's talk to each other before every down, y'all. Right, y'all? Let's not finish to argue with these niggas. Let's come out and punch them in their face and play ball. Let's not know ourselves. All right, y'all? Ain't no way for second half. No, that starting off grip. We start off grip and we continue this all the way to the end. On 3
Paris' trophy,
on
y'all.
6 family.
This trophy,
Let's go, y'all. 1, 2, 3. On 6 family.
Yeah. What we doing? We getting a ball?
All right, we're going to jump to the next and last game that we want to talk about, Grind Time versus UTF. And if you remember, we said in the beginning of the game, Paris, Grind Time's giver, was in a tragic situation. He was shot, and they got the word that the kid is paralyzed. We mentioned in the beginning of the show. So Grind Time come with the heavy heart, but they come in a fight for their brothers. On the other side, UTF, a team that people know they won back-to-back championships in the C2, moved up to the C. People said that they could not win, and now they're in the chip. I believe they were the last seed in the C, but they end the championship game. But the problem with this is their starting quarterback, Hecko, will not be here. He's not going to make the game. He has another game in Randall's Island, which is his main team, his money, so he had to be there. So the question is, do you kill him for that?
It's hard because, again, like you just said, you gave detail in that situation. It's his team. It's money that he put up pretty much. It's his money, regardless of how you say it. That's his main team. So any guy that's put in that position, if it's this team or the main team, the guys that I've, began with or whatever, that I ride with, who am I going to pick? And every time they're going to make that answer, this team was my team first,
yep.
So I'm going to, represent them first. It is what it is, and that's exactly what Hecko could do. Hecko did. I wouldn't kill him for that.
And we're going to jump into the game. Grind Time does have their starting quarterback, Lou. Lou's going to get the ball. He's going to throw to Yomi, cutting in the middle for a decent game, picking up the first down. Then Lou throws to Yomi, cutting to the corner of the end zone. It's going to be almost picked off by Mike. Second down, Lou throws the ball in the middle for a decent gain at the 20-yard line. Third down, Lou throws short to White to get him into the red zone. Last down on 5 rush, Lou throws to White in the corner of the end zone. Drop, turnover on downs. That is a huge drop by a guy who's very reliable, White, and UTF dodges the bullet. They make the stop.
And I think right there, even though, again, you may not like what I'm going to say, you know, that was a hard pass to catch because he was off angle. He had to reach on the opposite side of his body to go and get it. But still, you're supposed to be a big-time receiver. You got to make those catches for your team. Even though it's hard, this is money time, and this is where plays like this matter. And I think that he missed the boat. He missed the ball here, and this is not a way to start off the game. They will have to clean that up in the next drive.
Frank is going to get the start. Remember, Heckel's not here, so Frank is going to get the start. Frank is going to hand the ball off the mat for 2 short plays for a decent gain. 3rd down, Frank on 5 rush throws the beat on the gap for a decent gain, getting them near the 50-yard line, near the 1st down. Last down, Frank on 5 rush throws the ball downfield to G. The pass is knocked away, turnover on downs, and the 1st down was less than, 2 yards away?
Yes.
Why, in the name of Kermit the Frog, would you throw a bomb?
Listen,
when you need the first
I'm gonna
down?
say what a lot of players
try to
would
justify
say.
it.
I'm not saying I'm justifying. I'm just putting myself in their shoes. He was open. That's what they're gonna say. But obviously he wasn't. The defender was here. Now there's a good question here. If you look at this play, this could have been a little bit of pass interference because the guy, again, similar to the last game with Joel and with the Browns, he kind of jumped from behind them and almost hoisted himself up from the back. It's hard to see. And that's what G was looking at, saying that he was, that should have been a flag. But again, there's no way in your right mind that you would make a pass like this when the 1st down is inches away from you. You're going to take the easy pass because you're not going to risk losing the ball by going for a play like that.
Well,
so again, regardless of what happened, regardless of what should have happened, that was a bad decision by Frank, and that's led to a turnover.
Well, they couldn't even get a 1st down. So that's not a good look. Grind time gets the ball. Lou with 2 passes for a decent game, getting them to the 15-yard line. 3rd down, Lou's going to have a pump fake here to White and finds Jalen cutting in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. George gets a 2-point conversion, 8-0. Grind time takes the lead.
And here you go. Grind time coming up short in the last drive. They make up for it in this drive. Lou is checking down his receivers. He's setting up He's setting up the defenders to move where he wants to move.
Yeah, because that was a great pump.
And the thing about it is, if you look here, the pump here makes the defender here slide over, and he opens up the gap for him to make an easy pass to his receiver here. So Lewis right here manipulating the defense by himself. That is a quarterback that wins championships. When you play like that and you're able to manipulate defense like that, that's how you win championships. And Lewis showing a skill here. 1st
down, Frank gets the ball. He's going to throw the Arbery, cutting in the middle. It's going to be picked off by Jalen, giving the ball back to Grind time, and he threw that's a great pass. The problem is Jalen is not on his team. He threw it right to him.
Now, I'm going to say this. This was not a bad decision. This was a good decision that he made because Arbery was open here.
He is open.
He's open here.
Right.
But he decides to throw it here. Jalen is standing right there. So all you did was you did the defense a favor.
Maybe he thought the ball was like, how Madden has a glitch and the ball goes through the defender. Maybe he thought the ball was going to go through the defender. My question is, it's 1st down. You just couldn't get a 1st down.
Listen.
Now you get the ball, it's 1st down, and you throw a pick?
That's just a horrible pass. Again, not a bad decision, just horrible execution.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Grind time think it was a great decision too. Lou's going to throw the ball to George on the sideline for a nice gain. 3rd down at the 10-yard line. Lou finds White cutting in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. White catches this one. And you look here, UTF is playing man-on-man, and Mike get beat on a crossing route.
And if you look here, right here, as White is crossing to the right side, Mike is beat. So since they're playing man, all White has to do is make one move, and there's opening for the quarterback. And if you look here, the way Lou throws his ball, he waits until there's a moment of separation. Half of these guys shift to the left, White is shifted to the right. As soon as that separation is created, Lou throws it right on target to where only White can get it. That is another touchdown pass where the offense is manipulating the defense And here, like we always say, you do not play man in the end zone because things like this will always happen to you, as you see here.
Yomi gets to egg the 2-point conversion, 16-0. But as I always tell you, I love Mike. He is not a man-on-man type of defender. That's not his game. He's a guy that cheats well. He's a corner, and they love putting him at the safety position. He is not a safety. I've been yelling this out for years. Mike is a corner, not a safety. And he's not a great man-on-man defender. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I love the kid's athleticism. I love his speed. But he's not a great man-on-man because he does not know how to read where the offensive player is going, which is why he gets beat right away. And what do? As a corner, as a safety, you know you're the last man on the field. You get beat, what do you do?
Yeah.
Did you see
I didn't want to say it.
Did you see any of that?
I didn't want to say it.
But
I'm gonna tell you, there's no way that he was connect, that he was.
He got beat that bad.
He got beat that bad. So it didn't matter. He's gonna be grabbing air.
Yeah. After getting the first down, Frank throws to Matt for a decent gain. Second down, Frank throws the A-high in the middle, taking him to the 10-yard line. Third down, Frank scrambles, throws a beat throw in the end zone, overthrown. Last down, Frank with a blocker, throws to Auburn in the back of the end zone, incomplete, turnover and down, taking us into the half, 16-0.
And again, if you look at this play, Arbley is open here in the back of the end zone. He waits till he starts to scramble, Arbley shifts over, and then he throws it where there's traffic. He's covered, and now Arbley has no way of getting the ball. The ball is the ball is thrown too high, and now it's an incomplete pass. You have to take the opportunities when they're given to you. Arbley was here open, and it looked like Frank was so worried about the rush coming in.
Even though he had
a blocker there.
Wanted a former UFL blocker of the year.
Yes, so again, if you're not giving him time and you're so worried about the rush, these are throws you're going to make all day. So obviously, Frank was not ready to quarterback in his job, in his game, I guess. Oh. So, because right now, he's not making the right decisions or the right throws.
I'm going to give you UTF. 1, too much firepower. Grind time have too much firepower. That is the bottom line. They scored. They had the ball 3 times. They scored twice, and White dropped the ball. They can't stop them. There's too much firepower for them. And they should have known this coming into this game, that this team has firepower. And then your starting quarterback. It's crazy because I've seen guys kill Hecko during the season. They complain. They say this. They say that. This offense looks pathetic without him. I'm not going to kill Frank because Frank, he could be a backup. But you can't throw a backup in a championship game, especially against a known pedigree champion in the C division like Grind Time, and expect him to be successful. It's not fair to him. It's not fair at all, and that's why he's paying for it now. And then, 16-0.
And then just to add a little bit towards the UTF, they're known for killing their own quarterback. So right here, they're not shying away from telling Frank what they think in this game right now either. So Frank is here getting frustrated that his team is making it like it's all his fault when it's not. But okay, that's that side. Now I'm going to talk about Grind Time. It seems like they're doing everything right, especially on offense. Lou is manipulating the defense like it's nobody's business.
Yep.
Right now, he's setting up routes. He's getting defenders to move with his pumping plays, with his hesitations.
Yep.
Sometimes even without pumping, he hesitates and just stands there looking that way, and the receiver and the defender moves.
Yep.
And because of that, he's able to manipulate them and get them to move where he wants to move, and then he's able to make that easy pass here. When you have a quarterback that accurate, and then you see the swag at the end of the play where he throws it and knows it's a touchdown, he walks away. That's when you know
he did a curve. So he hit him with the step.
Exactly. And it's
wow.
like, and I'm gonna compare it to when you are a batter, when you are a big time batter, and you hit that sweet spot on the ball. Once you hit it, you know it's gone. Right here, he throws it and he knows it's a touchdown. So that's the swagger right there that you have from a quarterback here. And when you're at that level, it's going to be hard for the defense to stop this person because he is in the zone.
We're going to jump into the second half. They sit down Frank. Mike comes in to throw. Michael first down, throws a beat through in the middle. The pass is low and incomplete. And if you look here, G leaves the game. He's frustrated. And my disappointment with him is, if you look in the beginning of the game in the huddle, when we showed the beginning, he said, I'm here with y'all. Whatever happened, happened. Whatever issues they had earlier in the season, they got past it. He's back. And then he abandons the team by walking out. You don't do that. You're the leader of this team. And I was very disappointed to see him do this to his guys. They know the starting quarterback is not here. You got to do what you got to do in order to win the game. And I'm very disappointed with what he did to his guys by walking off. Third down, Mike throws them Hector in the middle for a decent game, picking up the first down. Mike then throws a Marcus cutting in the middle to the 10-yard line. Third down, Mike throws an Oscar in the front of the end zone. That's going to be dropped. Last down, Mike rolls out, rolls to A-High in the back of the end zone. It's going to be tipped by Jay, tipped by Bo, picked off by Jalen, giving the ball back to grind time. Jalen's second interception of the day. And it's not looking good right now for UTF.
And right there, that was just a toss-up play. Hopefully my player can get it.
Yep.
And all the grind times guys jumped on that ball. You see Jay was there first with the tip. Then you see Bo trying to get it. He tips it, and then it falls right into Jalen's lap.
Yep.
So, again, I'm not going to say that Jalen was the main factor to that defensive play, but he was right there to clean it up and make the play when he needed to. But these guys are on these plays. They are shutting down this UTF offense. They're not getting anything done here. Even when they get towards the end zone, they can't finish the job by scoring.
And Oscar had a big drop.
Yes.
He dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike is not a quarterback, but he got the ball there, and it's a big drop. And that's why they're shooting himself in the foot.
Yeah.
And G walks out, and if G's in, that's a pass that G catches.
Yeah.
But he abandoned his team, and he walked out, and I'm disappointed in him that he did that. Lou gets the ball back. Lou throws a Yomi open in the middle for a nice gain. Then on second down, Lou throws deep to Los, but Los is going to fall. That's going to be incomplete. After getting the first down, Lou throws a ball on the sideline, just over Twin, caught by Bo for a nice gain. You got to watch Bo. Bo can stretch the field. For guys that don't know, that's what this guy does. Great play.
And I got to say here, Twin thought he had a chance on this play, but if you look at how this ball is thrown, it's there to deceive you.
Yep.
You're not there.
He had no shot.
You have no shot to get that pass. You tried your best, but Lou knows where he's throwing the ball.
Look where the ball is at.
And
Look where Twin is at.
And it's heartbreaking because Twin is just lower than the way the ball is going, so it just passes by his heart.
And that had to be designed.
Yes, and the thing about it is, no matter what he could have did in that position, the ball was accurately thrown to Bo, and Bo was able to make a play. That is a big play there.
Lou's going to throw the Yomi in the middle to get them to the 10-yard line. Then Lou finds Los in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Bo gets the extra point, 23-0, and now he's becoming a laugher.
And right here, the offense is doing everything right, and this UTF defense has no way of answering. Their defense can't even hold them at this point.
Yep.
This Lou is playing lights out. His receivers are getting open. Nobody's able to keep up with them. And I gotta say it now, the man-on-man defense is not working. It's not working. These guys are getting too open. They're having a field day with this UTF defense. I don't know what they're deciding to do in this game because the man-on-man is not working. A lot of guys need to figure it out on their own, that if you're getting beat like this, you got to shift your defense up, and they're not doing that.
And they're not getting no pressure on Lou. None at all. Next drive, Mike throws to Matt, cutting in the middle for a nice game, picking up the first down. Then Mike runs on 5 rush for a decent game, getting him to the 15-yard line. Third down, Mike finds Hector in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Beto gets the extra point, 23-8. Too little, too late. And my issue with this, they scored with 2 minutes left in the game. Just the same thing AFC did the game before this. Scoring with 1:40 left. They scored with 2 minutes in the game. Too little, too late.
And I'm just going to say this. This is when the team that's already further ahead, turns it down a little bit. It happens. And I don't care what team says that they keeping it on or whatever. They're going to turn up and stay turned up throughout the game. That never happens in these games like this, especially in the championship. Sometimes you lax off a little bit, and sometimes the opposite team, the opposing team gets something through. That's exactly what happened here.
Yep.
They were able to get this touchdown, but I don't think it matters at this point.
First down, Lou gets sacked by Hector. Hector's first sack of the game. Whoa. Last time near the 50. Now, Bo's been going back and forth with Matt all game. Matt is a UFL All-Star. He was an All-Star last year. Bo, UFL All-Star in the West. Matt is All-Star in the East.
Yes.
So these guys played each other in the All-Star game. Last down near the 50, Lou takes a shot to Bo. Bo, who has a step on Matt, makes the catch in the end zone for the touchdown. icing the game 29-8, and you're gonna see that boy Bo talk, Thuds talk, do that thing, boy.
And you see him flex with Matt. What Matt can say here? When this happens, and the thing that's sad is he was on him the whole way.
Yeah.
But Lou throws that ball right where only Bo can get it. So you got to give them both credit. Bo makes a separation on this route here. Look at this route. He cuts in, then cuts out on a chair route. Now he's open, and Lou puts it right on the numbers, right where only Bo can get it. That just shows what's been happening throughout this whole game. They've been doing whatever they wanted on this offense, and they ended the same way that they started it.
They're gonna end this game 29-8, and Hecko gets there maybe like 15 minutes after the game's over. Yeah. He won the chipping in Randall's honor, so you got to give him that. This grind time team has too much firepower, and they was playing with heavy hearts. They wanted it more. I mean, shouts to UTF for trying. They didn't have their starting quarterback, but I don't even think if Heck was here, they was gonna win this game.
I don't know.
Too much firepower, and this team was focused, and Lou looked lights out. Accurate passes, manipulating the defense. He looked great.
And I think that was the defense, the difference making this game.
Yep.
Everybody or their whole team was a factor in the way that they played. The secondary kept UTF from getting anything done. They were locking up. The receivers were getting open, making Lou's job easier. But I gotta give it to Lou in this game. He looked lights out from the beginning to the end. Accurate throws, taking his time, checking down, setting up the defense, using his pump fake and his hesitation to get the defense where he wants them to, and making those plays. So this team, like you said, was hungry. They wanted it more, and they had a mission. They had a reason. They had motivation from the beginning of this game to come home with this win, to come home with this championship, and they congratulations to them. They accomplished their mission.
And we're gonna wrap up this part of the show right now. Grind time with the win, 29-8. The blowout win over UTF. Got to get his teammate props. We're gonna go to a quick interview, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll be right back. Real Tough Talk.
What's going on, people? Stephen J here with Flo, coach of UTF. Hecko wasn't here. You didn't score your first touchdown until 2 minutes left in the second half. What happened to you offensively?
I should have threw Mike in, but like I said, if a person's there during the whole season at practice and he knows the plays, I'm gonna go with him. You understand? I'm not gonna lay down for nobody else. I'm not gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna go against him because he's not doing good right now. At the halftime, he didn't do good. He didn't score. So then I throw Mike in.
Right.
Mike would have scored right there. He would have scored right there. We would have not had this problem. But it happens. You understand? That's why, as a coach, I'm willing to make that decision and take that decision. If I lose with that decision, I lose. And when I win, I win. I don't have no problem taking both ways. That's what you got to learn as a coach, and that's what I learned from Pansy, Super Tone, everybody else. I learned that from everybody. You got to learn, if you make a decision, you stick with it. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. I can't do nothing.
The defense fought all they can do, but Grind Time has a lot of weapons. Yomi, Los, Jalen, Bo, White. This is name a few guys.
Yeah.
Do you think they had too much firepower for your defense?
Nah, they ain't had too much firepower for my defense. My defense only gave up 12 points a season. They only gave up 21 points this week. I'm good with that. I'm not worried about that. If the situation when your quarterback's not there, you play with for a year, and then you tell him he's not coming, your morale sucks. But they stuck with me, so I'm good with that.
So when did you find out your quarterback wasn't going to make it?
I was at his first game, and the other two teams said, yo, we're gonna forfeit if y'all win. They won, and they said, nah, we're going to stay. So they did us dirty. So it's all right, though. It happens. But like I said, UTF is going to be back, and I'm letting you know that right now. From the C to the B, I'm just letting you know we're going in the B, and we're going in the B with my man Nelson.
That was my next question. That's a good comment. People say you're a C2 team.
Yeah.
You're in the C chip.
Yeah,
you got thrown up, and you made it to the chip. Did you prove your doubters wrong?
And that's another thing. A lot of people doubted us, and I'm going to let you know that right now. We always lose the first time, but when we come back the second time, bet and believe, I'm telling you, we coming back for this money. This one and the beat.
Give me the situation with G. He came out, didn't want to be on offense, walked off, quarterback. Frank was calling back in. He didn't want to come in. Why, a little frustration? What happened?
Because my brother feels like, you know what I'm saying, we never give up on each other. That's our motto. Me and my brother, we never give up on nobody. There's nobody in this chip. There's nobody in this feel. Like, you got your brother, I got my brother's back. So he feels that why they quitting on him. They shouldn't quit on him. We shouldn't quit on none of us should quit on each other. The minute you quit on your team, the minute you quit the whole shit, you feel lost. To me, I feel lost.
We're going to thank Flo for being here with us. Great
Yo.
season, great champ.
Stephen A, my man Ghost, love y'all. You already know. And we might be coming to church.
There you go. It's mine. It's possible. We're going to thank him for being here with us. He gave it a tough battle. They tried. And Ghost is trash. Just want to say that. When we on the show, you hear this part. Me saying it right here on Sunday, out here, Ghost is trash. See you later.
What's going on? We back. Real tough talk. About to wrap up the show. Fortunately, like I told y'all before, in the beginning of the show, we were unable to do the Super Friends game because we didn't get the footage in time in order to put it up for the show. So we apologize for that. We would have loved to do it. You know, if we had the footage, we would have done it. But because we didn't have the footage and for it, we couldn't do it. So it was out of our control. We're going to try to make that up to you. If we get the footage sometime, we'll attempt to do the show maybe another time.
And the thing about it is, because obviously there's still a lot to say about that game.
Yep.
It was a close battle between two championship caliber teams, the Rebels and Super Friends, and they were added to the end, and it came down to a couple of final plays in the game that kind of dictated which way the game swayed to. So
Right.
It was an exciting game, back and forth. They scored. Back and forth, they battled. Defenses made some plays on both sides, but ultimately there was only one winner, and that winner was the Super Friends.
Now, we're going to talk about the last stuff, the last subject before we wrap the show up. We had, you saw when I posted up the topics. One of the topics was called, a player, UFL. So this is UFL news. Player says, if you can't beat them, join them. I don't know how I like that stuff. You lose to a team and you decide instead of trying to beat them, you jump on their bandwagon. One of the players, the player that actually is possibly leaving his team, is 99 Problems All-Star Javon. After the championship game on Sunday, Tone, coach of Super Friends, was chilling with the commissioner of BQFL, Darren. We was all chilling, and Javon was there. Tone starts talking. Javon actually starts talking to Tone. And Javon talked about him possibly joining Super Friends.
Yeah.
And he said it once. We laughed about it. But then he said it again. And Tone started, say he don't like talking about other team's players. But I think that's a possibility in the works of Javon from 99 Problems going to Super Friends. And the thing about it, Coach Blades was there, and he heard it, and he kind of put it in the back burner because he said the guy ain't talked to him directly. I thought it was kind of foul that he would even mention that without telling Blades first. But now it's possible that Javon, 99 Problem All-Star, will be going to the Super Friends.
Well, one thing I got to say is, and this is what causes the controversy in the first place, Coach Tone did not confirm nor deny these rumors.
And I think it's bigger that he didn't deny it.
Yeah.
He may not have confirmed it, but he
Yeah.
didn't deny it either.
Because outright, if it's not true, you're going to say it's not true.
Exactly.
There's no benefit in saying or in leaving the media or
Right.
everybody else in limbo. There's
Right.
no benefit in
Just say shut it down early.
Just say it's not true.
Right.
And then it's over. But he didn't confirm or deny it. So obviously, there's some truth in the rumor. There has to be.
And it can happen because Javon would not be, he's an all-star player, great. I don't know if he'd be considered an A player. So that does not affect the Super Friends A-player rule. But my issue with Javon going there, okay, Shannon was the best weapon on the 99 Problems team. He was up there for MVP. Javon is the second guy. Now if he goes to Super Friends, Prince Mo, former Offensive Player of the Year. B-Roy, Offensive Player of the Year, runner-up. Mace, just won championship MVP in that game versus the Rebels just now in BQFL. Kenny, one of the top receivers in the game, have to be one of the top in the top 10 as offensive players in the game. AB won the fall BQFL Tough Talk MVP in the championship game.
Yeah.
Then you have Alex.
Last fall, anyway.
Then you have Alex, who numerous MVP, one of the best. I say the best top 3 touch football players in the game. Has to be in the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Javon going to get the football from? There's not enough footballs to go around, and they got various other players. They got Show. They have I'm sorry, it escapes me. They have several other players that could play offense.
Yes, and the thing about it is the one thing that I feel that they benefit from having Javon there is they're loading up their team with height.
Right.
One, I would say all around, they're one of the tallest all around
Yep.
teams in touch.
Everybody,
football.
all those guys is over 6 foot, and Mace is maybe the shortest guy. At, I would say about 5'7", but the guy can get up there and he can get open. So
and Mace makes up with it with his physical play as well.
Yep.
So obviously that's a man.
I forgot Chris.
Yeah.
Another offensive weapon.
So there you go. That's who escaped you. So my point is, again, all of these guys have height, they have wingspan, and they can jump. So those are things that Super Friends are looking to lock up in TFL.
Right.
And Javon is going to be one person that they add to that.
If that happens.
If that happens. Obviously, these are rumors. But again, because there was no confirmation or denial, that's why we're talking about it right now. So on this, I'm not shocked by it, honestly.
You're not shocked?
I'm not shocked by it.
Well, you talking about his character? He seems like a guy that would abandon his team and go and play with the Super Friends. If you can't beat them, join them. That's what we do now.
I mean, honestly, how much do you know a player? You know, when they go out on the field and they're trying to play and trying to win. How much do you know them? You know, it has nothing to do with personality. It has nothing to do with personal.
The player.
It's about the player. And then when they go out there and they want to win, they're going to do it by any means necessary. They're not getting paid for this.
True.
They're not bringing home no income or anything like that. They have no incentive to stay on that team that they've been on.
Right.
Regardless if it's a block team or anything like that, this is my guys and all that. There's no real incentive if you look into it. If you really look into the actual team or anything like that, there's no written rule that says I have to stay with my team. I have to stay loyal to my team.
True.
Where's the book that says that?
True.
I don't know. So again, there's no incentive from the state, and that's why me being shocked about this, I would be lying. I'm not shocked. But then again, if I look at it as looking at it with Javon, they got close with 99. Maybe he felt this was he probably felt that he wasn't confident to come back to this team because this may not happen again. I don't know. Listen, I'm not speaking for me.
But that's a good point. I mean, it's possible.
I'm saying this is possibly what he's thinking about. You may disagree with that thought, but that doesn't mean that that's not a thought that's
Shannon came to the team where he could have went to any team in the league. He came back with his boys. Had they had another offensive weapon, another one, a guy who can stretch the field, because Shannon's not a guy who stretches the field. He can get past the defenders, but his height hurts him. Javon is a guy who can get the ball downfield, but he doesn't have the speed. If they had a speed receiver who can possibly stretch the field, and they worked on offensive blocking, this team can be pretty good. They beat all the teams run. So you want to leave a team that you went to the championship with to go to the Golden State Warriors of touch football? That's what you want to do? You want to be on the sideline. You want to be like a David West.
That sounds
You
about
want to
right.
be one of the guys who basically is coming off of the bench and further down the bench.
That sounds
just
about
to get
right.
a championship.
Listen, that sounds about right. And this is not like this is the first time this ever happened. You know? And I'm only talking about UFL.
We're only talking about
now.
UFL.
So remember, I'm gonna go all the way back to the first championship that was won in the Bronx.
Right.
With NVR.
Right.
Who decided to leave that team and play with Carver Mob eventually?
Joey went.
And Ricky.
Ricky went.
So my point is, it was.
But Ricky and Joey, and if you could show the picture up and you could highlight them, they didn't really play. Joey was their third option at quarterback, if you remember.
Yes.
Because you had Fred, you had Yomi, and then you had Joey. but you also had Hood. So I would say Joey was the fourth option at quarterback. Then Ricky didn't really play. They went to Carver, and they had big roles on that team. Javon is a starter on his team. He was an all-star. And now you leave, so I'm not buying that.
Listen, who knows what Super Friends roster is going to be in the UFL? We can't speak on what roster they have in the leagues right now. Again, certain players may not play in the UFL.
They can't add any more A players.
Yeah, so
they
again,
can add role players.
Again, there may not be a certain roster that they may have in the UFL next year. So Javon may be a person to make up for somebody that they may lose. Remember, I think this is possibly another winter season that they're going to be playing it. And think about this. They're coming from Brooklyn. So all of their guys are not always going to be there.
And that's true.
Javon is already in the vicinity.
True.
So he can meet them there and be there for their games. So I think that there is a possibility that he may get playing time. That he may, listen,
they were at every game. They had more. The only ones who missed games, I believe, in the beginning, Alex came late. He was late edition. I think Prince Mo didn't make a few first games because he was hurt.
Yeah.
But they had basically their guys. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I don't know because, again, they had pretty much the same. They had a lot of the same guys when they played as prime time the year before. Then we saw Mace come in.
Yeah.
He started.
They had
we
Red.
saw Alex come in. He started.
Red came before
in,
he got cut for Alex.
Yes, he started. So, again, they can make room for these guys.
Right.
So why not make room for a tall receiver like Javon? Yeah. I think that it can happen still.
If Javon does it, first of all, I respect the fact that he's man enough to go where he want to go. He's not letting people determine where he goes because he's worried about what people think or whatever. So I respect that. But if he does do it, on the other hand, that is the most unloyal thing I've ever heard of because the team went to the championship. Had they lost the first round, fine. Had they was the same team the 2 years ago when it was 2-8, fine. They went to the championship. He needs to help them lure other players in to get better, not bail out because you want a quick chip.
But can I ask a question? Yes, Javon was a tall receiver. Yes, he was a target. But was he, and I'm going to throw in one word, was he a consistent target?
But that's not going to make him better by going to Super Friends. And my argument is...
You're getting my argument wrong. Is he a consistent player?
No.
So again, why do I care if he's gonna go to the Super
Because
Friends?
you get the only guy height-wise who can possibly jump with Alex, with B-Roy, with Prince Mo. You got a guy that can actually jump with him. Can he stop him? Of course not. But I take my chances with Javon, who's around the same height than Shannon, who can't jump with these guys. So now you took another cog out that's able to at least compete with these big guys because he just wants a quick chip, if that's what he's doing.
My question is, has this happened with Tuff football before?
Of course it did.
So then why are we shocked?
Because we're talking about it with immediate. We're supposed to do that. But you're not shocked.
I'm not shocked. Again, this is part of TFL. This is basically what it is.
We just saw Lou say he's leaving Riot Squad and he just won MVP.
The thing about it is we've had a lot of people converse about this topic, about guys going to other teams because they want to win a championship.
Right.
That's the atmosphere of the game right now.
True.
So why are we shocked? Let's see if it does happen and how he plays. Because if he goes to this team and it is a bust, he doesn't get the playing time or he's inconsistent.
You got to ride with that all year.
Team, that's when all of the shots can be aimed at him justifiably. I'm
gonna take my shots now. I'm not waiting.
Listen, we haven't seen him play yet, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna reserve my judgment and wait until it happens on the field.
Bottom line, before we wrap up the show, is he leaving? Give me a percentage.
I would say, as of right now, it's hard to say because it could go either way. Things can fall through.
So you're saying it's 50-50?
I'm not going to say it's 50-50. I would say it's about 60-40, maybe 65-35. I don't know.
With him what?
It's to him maybe going to Super Friends.
And I got him 70-30.
Which one?
Him leaving. All it has to be is approved by the GM, which is Kenny.
Well,
Tone is going to do his job. He's a smart coach, but Kenny has to sign it.
So we're in agreement that we think that
we both think he's leaving. Yeah.
Because think about it. What incentive, and I'm just putting myself in his shoes, what incentive do I have to stay?
You're the number 2 option with a good team.
That is
rather than being a bench player with a
That
championship
doesn't
team.
mean that they're gonna have.
You're a number 2 guy on a contending championship team rather than being a number 8 guy on a championship team. Number 8, maybe number 9. How many guys on the field can be on the field one time? 7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, but listen, what I'm saying. But there's no
Over there.
given that 99 is going to be the same exact team with the same exact roster.
I think they're going to get more players. I think Shannon's going to get guys like what this team did, and they're in the Eastern Conference. Because they were in the Final Four, they stay in the because they was in the Final Four, all the Final Four teams stayed. They don't have to worry about moving. We got to see. YMMA moved to the West.
We've seen teams fall apart after winning a championship. So,
well, we're gonna see. But we both agree, which we don't usually do, that we both think Javon is leaving. And I hope he don't use this show in order to make a decision. If he feels he can get a chip, if he goes and wins, then you got to see what backlash he gets. But we'll see. But we're gonna wrap up the show. Once again, we're gonna send our love to Paris, like we said in the beginning of the game. Much love from Real Tough Talk guys from UFL. We got love for you, bro. Keep it going. God is with you. We got your back.
Definitely.
The whole touch football world has your back. Next show, we're going to talk about, when we do it, whenever it comes out, we'll talk about ABC divisions. We'll go into detail how we feel about that. We'll go into details if what I think, should Tiki be coaching Pig's Riot Squad? I think so. That can change the game because Tiki's going to bring Pratt. He's going to bring these guys, Pratt, with him to Riot Squad. I think Tiki should coach Riot Squad because Pig plays with him in the Bronx. Brooklyn. He should play with him in the Bronx. But we're going to see. That's another topic for another day. But that's a very interesting topic. And it's going to be a goodie.
a lot of interesting things coming right now, and I can't wait till we're in that moment where we get to see it unfold on the field.
And we'll talk about the Rebels if the Rebels do join. They're supposed to be joining. We'll see. I'll go over their roster and let you know what I think they'll do if they do come. But we're going to wrap up the show. Thank you for being here with us. We thank y'all guys. I'm Stephen J. This is Ghost. Thank y'all for being with us. Real Tough Talk. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the weekend. BQFL tournament Sunday. Check it out. Have a good time, guys. Much love. We out of here. Real Tough Talk, guys.